so you won't need any sort of mat, anything like that. So make sure you have a wall or a door, something that you can use, but we're going to start with a full body stretch. So feet are going to be about shoulder width apart here. I want you to inhale, sweep those arms up. Nice big reach all the way up. Exhale back down here. A few big breaths. Nice big inhale and exhale. And every time you do this, I want you to think about elongating through the spine, reaching through the fingers, and back down. One more big sweep here. Inhale and stretch and hold at the top. Maybe even reaching back just a little bit here, pushing that core and those hips forward. And then exhale, coming back down. A few shoulder rolls here. And we're going to do a few neck rolls. Okay, so left ear to left shoulder. And then I want you to draw a big circle with the head all the way around. Nice big circle going clockwise here. Again, being aware of your shoulders, making sure you draw them away from your ears. And if you ever hit any points of tension that feels good, you can just hold it for a slight moment. And then we're going to change directions. Now we're going to go counterclockwise. We're going to get in both directions in there. Good. One more big circle all the way around here. Good. Rolling those shoulder blades out here. And then we're going to have our right hand on our hip, and then maybe widen that stance just a little bit, and then that left arm is going to reach over. So maybe you're going to push that left hip away from that left pinky. Good. And then when you're ready, we're switching that hand, switching that hip. Nice big reach. Try to reach to those fingers. And then if it feels good, maybe hold it a little bit longer here. Whichever side might need it. Left and right. You try to reach a little bit more every time you stretch here. We'll do one more each way. Nice big reach. Last time, other side. Good. Go ahead and clasp those hands behind your back. And then if it feels, gently pull. Okay, so you can keep it here, or you can pull those arms off of your lower back, stretching out that entire chest here. So making sure the shoulders are drawn back here as you pull. You go high, maybe you stay low, your choice, depending on how your body's feeling this afternoon, excuse me. Good. And then we're going to interlock those fingers in front of us, flip them away, and then round that upper back. So we're rounding that spine at the top. We're tucking that pelvis underneath, pushing those shoulder blades apart. We'll do one more each way. So back to our chest opener here. Good. Back to the front. Interlock those fingers. Put them away from you. Nice big pull. Go ahead and shake it out. This is where your wall is going to come into handy, or your door, whatever you might use. I'm going to start with my right side. Okay, so I'm going to put my right hand, right arm flat against the wall. Okay. So if you're looking at it from the side here, it's flat, nice and straight. Okay. So I want those feet to be about parallel to the door, to the wall, whatever you're using. And then I want you to try to keep those shoulders squared to your hips. So we're gently stretching out the right side of the chest. Again, try to keep those shoulders over the hips. So we're not facing the wall, but we're facing parallel to the wall. And then we're going to walk those fingers. You can kind of relax a little bit here. We're going to walk those fingers up just a hair. Okay. So now we're kind of at a 45-degree angle. And again, we're going to twist that torso back to parallel to the door. I feel a little bit in the upper shoulder, upper chest. That's exactly what we want. If that's too much for you, you don't have to square those hips completely. You can kind of leave a little bit of a tilt, a little bit of a turn in that torso. Good. Relax it back down here. And then again, we're going to walk past straight. We're going to walk 45 degrees down this time. And then now, again, we're shifting those hips and that torso parallel to the door. Might feel it in the deeper underneath part of the chest. Good. Shake it out. We're going to do the other side now. Same thing. We'll start directly behind us. And then again, keeping those shoulders and hips and feet square and parallel to the door. One side might be easier than the other. That's okay. That will happen. And relax here, and then walk those hands about 45 degrees up. And then again, turning those hips and those shoulders parallel to your wall or door. Hitting that upper chest. These can be really tight if you're slunched over and you're typing all day. So this is a great chest opener. And then now we're going to walk them past parallel 45 degrees down. And again, we're going to pull, hitting that lower part of the chest. Good. Shake it out, maybe wiggle those arms a little bit. Okay, last thing we've got, or excuse me, another upper body that we've got on the wall is we're going to do our lat stretch. So our lats are right underneath the armpits. Okay, so both hands are going to be on the wall here. And then we're going to slowly walk those feet out. Okay, and then we're going to shift those hips back. Okay, so we're going to allow that chest to sink down. Hands will be straight. Maybe those hands come down a little bit down the wall. But really shift those hips back. Allow the chest to kind of sink through. Relax the head here. Feel a nice big pull in those shoulders and lats. You can also do this against a chair or your couch, whatever it might be, your desk. Nice big hold. Then come back up here. We're going to do a few torso twists. So keeping our wall theme here, we're going to try to keep those hips parallel. So make sure whatever wall you're using is directly behind you. So I can show you from the side here. I'm about 6 or 12 inches or so away from the wall. And then all we're going to do here is twist. So maybe both hands find the wall. Okay. And then we're going to shift those hips in the opposite direction, whatever direction you want to start with. And then focus on twisting the hips away from the hands, away from the wall. This might be a little easier for you than it is for me. Might get a little bit deeper of a stretch, but we're stretching out that entire spine, okay? The whole goal is to keep that torso straight. It's harder for me. Good. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Now we're twisting other direction. And again, shifting those hips away from the wall. Stretching out that torso and spine. Good. And back up to the top here. Throwing in a few lower body stretches to end today. Feet about shoulder apart. Just a normal forward fold. So you can grab those hands can find the insides of the elbows and just forward fold here. So relax that head. Relax that entire torso here. Allow that lower back to round. Knees can be bent. Don't have to be be completely straight, but allow your upper body to just hang here. If you tilt side to side, stretching out that lower back. Good. Making our way back up top. Again, using our wall here, last little wall stretch. We're gonna do a quad stretch, but we're gonna help with, the wall is gonna help us out here. So if you want, grabbing that foot and then just placing it directly against the wall. And then if you want, you can sit back, push those hips forward. A little deeper stretch than you probably are used to with just your hands. You can get a little bit deeper here. Also stretches out your calf muscles and your ankle. If that's too much, you're like, no, thank you, we're holding. Okay, you can do that as well. Last one on the other side here, grabbing that foot, pushing it against the wall. And trying to keep that knee against the wall, which is really hard to do. Pushing those hips forwards. Stretching out those hip flexors. Good. And we are through. Shake out those legs. We're done. Hopefully you're feeling nice and stretched. I'm definitely feeling a little bit better. Thank you for hopping on here, guys, and happy Monday. Have a great